Hi guys, this is Skyfactory 5. Welcome back. I hope you guys are having a good day. Let's hop right into it. Alright, so today's episode is going to be a little bit of a shorter one, but we're going to go over a lot of it. So we're going to work on getting Netherite. So the way that we get Netherite is by using BlackStone and turning it into gilded BlackStone, and then basically using a pulverizer and pulverizing that BlackStone, and then we have a percentage of a chance to get that Netherite from it. So let's start off by getting the stuff that we need to make that blackstone. So to make that blackstone, we're actually going to need blue ice, which one of the easiest ways to get blue ice is by using this Mr. Crayfish's mod, it's a pretty cool mod in the fact that it's a furniture mod, but you can do certain things with it. Like we can use water to make ice out of it, which is pretty cool. So we're going to start off by getting a few things. We're going to get this workbench, which is going to need a stone cutter, a block of redstone, and some wood. And you're going to need to make a stone cutter out of it. And that's how we make the constructor. So this is going to be the simplest way that we are going to make things using this mod. So we're basically going to power this, and then we are going to basically make all of these things that we want to make. So the way that you get power to it is you have to use a generator from that mod, and then you put coal in it. So let's grab some coal. And then you're basically going to hook it up internally. It doesn't actually have its own wire system like other mods do. So you're going to use this wrench, and you're basically going to click on that generator and click on the constructor. And once it starts getting power, you have to turn it on. Then it will just start making it. And what we're going to be making today is this fridge. So let's make the fridge and let's give it some power too. So the way that we're going to be making the ice is we're actually going to go in the freezer, and we're going to throw a bucket of water in here, and it's going to turn it into ice, and then we can just keep turning this ice in here until we eventually get blue ice. Alright, so as I said before, you're just going to throw this bucket of water in here, and it's going to turn into ice. It's kind of a slow process, but before we get to that, I improved our cables over here. I turned them into dense covered cables instead of just these ME Fluix cables. The reason I did that is because these dense cables can actually hold a bigger channel than these Fluix cables. So the Fluix cables can only hold a channel of 8, and these dense cables can hold a channel of 32. So each one of these pillars is going to take up one channel, and then each of these is going to take up a channel too. So right now we're actually using 8 channels. We basically need more channels than that for what we're going to be doing today. I'm basically going to take the blackstone and put it into a pulverizer, and it's going to turn it into the gilded stone, which actually we might need something to turn it. Actually, let's make an induction smelter to turn it into gilded blackstone real quick. We actually already have an induction smelter, so I'm just going to steal this induction smelter from down here and bring it up there to where we are going to be processing this today. And we're basically going to turn it into gilded blackstone in this, and then we're going to basically pulverize it over there. So let's put this induction smelter right here, and then we're basically going to put that straight into a pulverizer, and then we're going to have it go to a chest where it's going to turn it into gold nuggets in blackstone, and then we're going to pump those gold nuggets right back into this induction smelter and just turn it into more of that gilded blackstone. So there's our ice. We want to turn this into blue ice using this fridge. So as you can see, it'll turn it into packed ice, and then we'll turn it into blue ice. And then we can take blue ice and put it next to the igneous extruder next to lava and turn it into blackstone. So I already got an igneous extruder and some lava, and I got a pulverizer and a resonant integral component, so that we can basically have this pulverizer going as fast as we can. And I think I'm going to make another one of these for that induction smelter, just so that we can get this processing as fast as possible. All right, and there is our blue ice. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go straight up from this, and we're gonna put the igneous extruder on the roof, and then we're going to take some lava and put it right here and surround it by glass, and then we're going to take that blue ice and put it on the other side of the extruder, and as you can see, it's going to start making blackstone. So now that it's making that blackstone, we're just going to use some item pipes and pipe it straight down into the induction smelter, which we need to set up the input as the top. And if we break this and put it back down, it should start putting it in there once we configure that to pull it out. So we also need to give this power, so we're going to just pump it with our ME system, or our network system, and then we are going to take this and put it up here and start pulling out of there. And then we're going to take our pulverizer and put it right here. We can basically just put it on the back of that and then put it as it going in from that one. So we'll use the back of it and put it as going in. And then we also need to give that some gold nuggets, which I already have some gold nuggets down here in our farm because I got some earlier. So we're just going to throw some gold nuggets in here with this blackstone, and then it should just pump it straight into this pulverizer. And then once we give this pulverizer power, it should start giving us those netherite scrap. So we're basically just going to wait for that to give us some netherite scrap, and I'm going to get a chest to put right here with a stack upgrade just so that we can get a bunch of gold ingots or gold nuggets. And then we're basically just going to pump it straight back into this induction smelter because it should give us a lot of gold nuggets every time that we actually smelt a gilded blackstone down. So I went ahead and made a chest, and I made a stack upgrade. It's basically just going to increase the amount of stacks of stuff that we can have in here. And then we're going to use some of these Ender IO item conduits on this induction smelter, and we're just going to use an item filter that I already have, and we're just going to put on that item filter to pull out gold nuggets. So if we put gold nuggets in there, it should start taking them out and putting them into this induction smelter. Once we put that to insert, and then we have to set this to redstone always active, and it should start pulling gold nuggets out and putting them in there, just like it's shown on there. And as we can see, once we put the auto eject onto there, it will put the gilded blackstone straight into this pulverizer, and then we can just pull it out and put it right into that chest. So let's do this real quick. And we're gonna undo those, and then we actually need to change the face of this, so we're just gonna turn it that way, and then we're gonna need to adjust that, and on that side should be extracting. So just like that, it should be extracting and inserting it into this chest. So now it's extracting and putting it into this chest, and then we're basically just going to make this a big loop until we get that netherite that we want. And that's all the time that I have for today's episode, guys. Thank you for watching today's episode. I know it's probably a little bit shorter one, but this is basically going to explain how you're going to get netherite really easily in your world. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Have a good day, guys.